Yo, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Neat Cannon. We're here with the Cannon Talks, you feel me? This what we gonna talk about for the first episode, you heard? We're gonna talk about being on your purpose and why is it important for a man to be on his purpose, you feel me? Like, me personally, I know I had a lot of distractions when it come to relationships and just trying to figure things out, you feel me? So what I learned from all that shit is like you gotta be having your plans together. You gotta do what you gotta do for your life. You can't keep trying to create relationships and love and friendships and worry about everything else that's going on. You gotta really focus on what you want to do for your life. You want to play sports, you want to use that to be your future, do that. You want to do music, do that. Feel me? Whatever it is you want to do, you want to work in an office, do that. It don't matter. But you gotta try to be the best at what you do, you feel me? A lot of times in the past, I was over there trying to like make relationships last. Like I was trying to chase love rather than chase my purpose, chase my dreams and my goals, you feel me? So what ended up happening, a lot of times I ended up putting the other person above myself. I put them above my dreams, you feel me? So I was neglecting myself after a while. I wasn't hitting the gym no more, feel me? I wasn't chilling with friends like I used to, feel me? All the things that made me me, I wasn't making music. Like music, I make music, you feel me? I play football too, you feel me? But I wasn't making no music. Like before I had a shorty, I make a song almost every day or every other day, something like that, you feel me? As soon as I got a shorty, we was together for like a year. I ain't made one song in a whole year. In a whole year, that's crazy, right? You feel me? So even before that, like I used to make like I probably in the year before that I probably made like 100 songs. So how the fuck I make 100 songs in 1 year? And then I get in a relationship and make 0 songs. You feel me? I stop focusing on my goals or stop focusing on the shit that made me me, the shit that fueled me, that made me happy, that gave me the drive to keep going. You feel me? The gym, feel me? I used to be in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, 6 days a week type shit. You feel me? As soon as I got in a relationship, it's like I put all that shit to the side and I'm trying to make the person I'm dealing with, I try to make sure they happy, but that shit was like, you can't always say yes to people. You can't always do things that's gonna make everybody happy. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta let people down. And what I was doing, I was always trying to say yes to make the other person happy. You feel me? I was always trying to make sure they happy, but that shit is not the way. You feel me? As a man, you grow older, you learn certain things. You be like, fuck them. You feel me? Niggas want to feel some type of way, let them feel some type of way. But you be like, you just gotta focus on yourself. You gotta put yourself in the best position possible so that you can succeed. Because in a year, imagine in a year, at least I could say one thing. That shorty, she really liked me. You feel me? We was together for a year. We was in college, matter of fact. You feel me? I could say she really liked me for who I was because I was broke. I was just playing college football. You feel me? So we wasn't going out to eat like that. I wasn't trapping like I used to or none of that shit. You feel me? When I first was in college, I was trapping, not chill, because I was like focused on football and shit. You feel me? So I didn't really have no bread and shit. Little bum ass work study job. You feel me? So after that, in that whole year, probably went out to eat like twice. On like 2 days, for real. Like niggas was really just doing schoolwork, watching Netflix, relaxing. Feel me? Just enjoying each other company, you feel me? But here's where that shit get a little toxic. It's like when you always around somebody, they start to take advantage of you. Like your presence is not as important as it used to be, you feel me? If they think they can say and do and move and act however they want to act, and there's no consequences to their actions. Feel me? So then when shit start to rub you the wrong way, or you just had enough because you trying to be the quiet, the nonchalant, the chill person, the not confrontational person, because as a nigga, I don't feel there's no need to be arguing with my shorty. Like, come on, what's the problem? All right, don't worry, we gonna solve that. But we not about to keep going back and forth. So what I was doing, I'll let all the problems build up. I'll always be the one to compromise. But in the end, that shit kind of built up resentment. It made me not want to even deal with it. It made me want to like back off. Like, all right. After like the 30, 40th time we had a disagreement, if we always doing it your way, I don't even be interested in a relationship no more. This shit ain't what it was before. It's not hitting, you feel me? So that's one thing that I really learned. Like, I was putting all that shit aside. So after, you know what I mean, we ended up breaking up and shit on some crazy shit, like on some, she was worried about other females. I'm like, if I'm in a committed relationship with you, don't ask me about no bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't ask me about nobody. Like, I made the choice to deal with you. Don't ask me about nobody. Like, as soon as you start talking about somebody, I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. Like, come on, son, shut the fuck up. Like, niggas ain't trying to hear that shit, you feel me? Dead ass, though. So, long story short, niggas broke up and shit, you feel me? When motherfucking... So, long story short, yeah, niggas broke up. As soon as we broke up, I started getting back on my shit, going crazy in the gym, putting up crazy numbers. Like, my legs was mad, like, skinny. I wasn't lifting a lot of weight when it come to squatting. Feel me? Like, my upper body, I could bench press, like, what was it, like, 315, 335 was my max, you feel me? I was 175 pounds, you feel me? But my squat was only like 225, so that shit wasn't valid. So niggas had to start going crazy in the gym. So my coach, he got me right. He was my strength and conditioning coach for the football team, you feel me? He put together a plan to everybody so that they could get their numbers up, you feel me? But it's like I started working a lot hard. I started pushing myself a lot more. It could have been the fuel from the relationship just ended, but I know this is just me focusing more on myself and my purpose, me trying to be a better football player, be a better athlete, live a better life, be stronger, you feel me? Just do better things, you feel me? So my shit went up in 1 year, from not even 1 year, that shit was like 6-7 months, you feel me? But the whole summer and shit, the spring and the summer, my shit went up all the way to fucking, what was it, 405. I did 405, squat 405 one time, you feel me? And that shit was crazy because I'm 175 pounds, squatting 405, you feel me? And my legs were stronger, I got fast, I could jump higher. And I'm just looking at this shit like, wow, I never, like, you feel me? I was never, like, my legs still skinny, but they strong, you feel me? But it's like, I got to see growth and development that I could have been seen. But I was so more focused on putting my time into other people, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, maybe it's just that relationship. Maybe it was just that situation, you feel me? Fast forward, I'm out here, I'm chilling, you feel me? Dealing with mad little shorties, you feel me? So, I don't know what the fuck wrong with me. It's like always in my life, when shit start going good, I'm focused on myself, I'm making my music, I'm working out. I got my little rotation, I got like little 3-4 shorties. I always want to pick one. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, oh, you the best out the 4, so I'm going to settle down with you. And every time I do that, that shit is no bueno. I mean, it's like the person is good in comparison to the other 3 people, but it's like it wasn't necessary, you feel me? Like, I was doing good the way it was, you feel me? And I think I just was used to the friggin' just trying to have a solid foundation, because I be trying to make it where I can have somebody and we could build together. So when I get them M's, when I get them millions, you feel me? Because they coming. I guarantee you they coming. Look me in my eyes, nigga. I'm telling you they coming. Facts. You heard? When I get them M's, I don't gotta question who around me. I know this my shorty. She been with me since college, or she been with me since a nigga was fucked up in the projects, or wherever the fuck a nigga was at, in Brooklyn, niggas in Bronx, when nigga was in Queens, when nigga was damn had shit, you feel me? Or even back when I was in North Carolina, whatever the case may be, you feel me? But it don't always pan out like that. So, feel me? After the niggas was in that friggin', after the first relationship, for me, I was like 2015, the whole year 2015. Now, at the end of 2016, I got in another relationship. Same exact thing, bro. But except I was doing a little bit more music, but I seen the drastic decline in me trying to build myself up, you feel me? And I would still go to the gym and shit, you feel me? But it wasn't what it used to be. I started gaining weight. My face started getting fat. all this stuff is like I was happy. And there's nothing wrong with being happy in a relationship because by that time I was getting money, you feel me? So we go out to eat every damn day, you feel me? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even midnight. We go get something to eat, like, you feel me? Eating every day, OD, eating good, feel me? But I wasn't progressing in my music or sports or just trying to get my weight up, like, you feel me? Shit wasn't going the way it was, the way I wanted it to go, you feel me? And subsequently, that relationship ended after a year too. I had 3 relationships my whole life. They all lasted a year. And they all had the same things going. So I know I could be very part of that shit. Very part of the reason why it lasted like that. Because I'm going to be honest with you. After a year, every time after a year, if you still asking me the same questions about different females, that obviously means you don't trust me. And I could work past niggas hurt you in the past and all that. I could work past it. I get it. Feel me? But a year, nigga? All the shit we been through in a year, you still asking me about this girl and that girl? It's quiet. Like, it's quill out. You feel me? Niggas is not trying to go through all that. So, with that being said, that shit ended too. And after that shit ended, niggas started working 2 jobs, getting money, just going mad hard, you feel me? And I'm like, wow, I'm really starting to build up my life, you feel me? I went through a little rough patch, you feel me? But I bounced right back and I just started working, grinding mad hard, you feel me? Like, I had got locked up for like 2.5 years, feel me? I was out in the streets moving around and shit, feel me? So then, after that, when I came out, COVID hit. And when COVID hit, I wasn't able to stay with family, you feel me? So now I had to be in a homeless shelter. Like, I'm homeless for a whole year. I just came out of jail in the middle of a pandemic, you feel me? So now, I'm like, I gotta go crazy. I got 2 jobs. I'm working 80 hours, like, no sleep. I'm knocking Red Bulls and Monsters back to back, feel me? Shit crazy, like, going crazy, working hard. After that, feel me? Got my own little spot, feel me? Shit cool. But then I start to progress. I start buying the shit that I need. I start getting my little wardrobe together, you feel me? That I came home to nothing, you feel me? So start getting all the shit that I want, you feel me? Building myself up, working out, you feel me? Started doing music, dropping videos again. I mean, I dropped my first video actually, you feel me? But before I get to that, when I came home from jail, I was making my little bread, but again, I got in another little situationship, and it slowed everything down because all I'm doing is putting my time and energy into this person. You feel me? So I'm like, alright, I gotta cut that shit off. Feel me? Like, I'm thinking that each person is different, but not realizing how I'm wired. It's like I be needing my full attention so I could get somewhere, and then I could focus on whoever, you feel me? Because even when I'm with somebody, it's good times, it's happy and all that, but you're not giving it your all so you could be successful. And that's the main thing, you feel me? You gotta go hard. You wanna be successful, you gotta go hard. You gotta get that shit your all. You gotta get that shit a lot of the time, you feel me? So when I stopped messing with this other shorty, slow, for me, when I first came home and shit, I had these 2 joints I was messing with, for me, and it was really becoming a distraction to the music, and feel me? So I just like pushed up, let them stay where they is at, for me? I just friggin' started going hard with the music. I dropped my first music video ever, feel me? I've been making music on and off for like 10 years, you feel me? But I wasn't never investing into my craft, going to real studios, putting out videos. I just used what I had, you feel me? So now I started to see the progress. I started to see my videos do numbers. I started to meet new people, started to network and all that shit. I'm like, damn, I'm really seeing the fruits of my labor now that I'm focused on my purpose. Because I says, niggas, all we be doing is everything we do, it be for bitches. You want to get some jewelry, you want to get the boogers in the air, the diamonds shining, the clusters. You go do that shit for bitches, but niggas still gotta focus on their purpose, you feel me? You gotta focus on your purpose, because it's gonna get you where you wanna be in life. You wanna be a millionaire, you wanna get your money up, you wanna have a nice car, you wanna have a nice mansion, you wanna take care of your sisters, your family, or whoever. You gotta take care of you. You gotta focus on your purpose, because the women gonna be there forever, you heard? All the shitties gonna be there forever. They not going nowhere. And for every 300 bitches that you really wanted to go to and really wanted to go hit, you gonna see 300,000 more, you feel me? But you gotta level up, you feel me? Cause love don't pay the bills. So no matter how much you like a shorty, no matter how much she like you, if you ain't got your bread together, that clock start. Feel me? Niggas don't really know what I mean when I say that clock start. You could be with this shorty and lose your job or whatever the case. She might not dip on you right now. She might hold it down for a little, but that clock, she got a clock. Oh, after 3 months, he didn't get his shit together. It's quiet for him. It's Quilla, you feel me? Or she might just be like, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer or whatever. Some of them gonna leave you right away. As soon as I got locked, I was calling shorties. They like, oh, I'm busy. What? They talking wild, talking crazy, you feel me? And you get to see, I'm like, oh yeah, they offered me 3.5 years, but they gonna go down. They gonna go down, you feel me? They gonna go down. They don't got nothing on me. She like, 3.5 years? I hear the silence on the phone. I'm like, oh, this shit about to get crazy. That's how you moving? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Clip. Feel me? And I'm like, bro, you just gotta go crazy. Focus on yourself. Focus on your purpose. Feel me? Get in the gym. Get your shit up. Stop playing like, feel me? Work out. Get your bread. Stack your bread up. You can't be partying all the time. Feel me? I don't want no parties. Don't invite me to no parties. Like what Koi said, you feel me? No parties, none of that. Stack the bread up. Let everybody having fun. Then you gonna pop out with that, yeah, that shit, you feel me? But nah, that's really my gist of the video for today. Like, focus on your purpose, you feel me? I'm starting to see my life do better. I'm starting to have savings. I never had a savings in my life. Like, I was so financially irresponsible. When I was traveling, I make a couple dollars, you feel me? I could make 1,000 a day on a good day, you feel me? I wasn't going too hard. I was playing college football, and if you ever been a college athlete, you know your whole day is busy, along with your homework and shit, feel me? And if I make $1,000 today, I'm spending like $850, maybe $900, feel me? That's irresponsible as hell, because if I would have saved, I could have took care of a lot of shit right now, or even later on, feel me? Or even back then, but it is what it is. You gotta learn from situations, so I hope y'all learn from my situation, you feel me? Focus on your goals, your purpose, feel me? Whatever you need to drive you, you be that driving force. Wake up in the morning and just let's get it. I don't care what video, what song you gotta put on. You gotta put on some gospel, you gotta put on some rap, whatever you wanna listen to. Wake up in the morning and turn up. Like, yeah, it's lit. You feel me? Like, all I ask is for another day. If I get another day, I'm grateful. I'm gonna go crazy with it. You feel me? That's all that matters, bro. Just go hard, focus on your purpose. Don't let nothing stop you. I done been through it all. Jail, feel me? I'm good. Like I look nice. You feel me? Like it was hell in there. I'm not gonna lie. It's hell on earth. You don't never really ever want to go in there. And I was in Rikers Island. That's like the worst place in the world you could ever be. It's lit all day, every day. Red alarms from morning to night. You feel me? Even if you're the nicest, chillest, most calmest person, you still gonna get in a situation. Feel me? So it's just that's how it is. But at the end of the day, after that, in the homeless shelter, like just trying to keep your whole mental. My right hand man passed away right after that. Feel me? It's like, feel me? Long live 9-1. You feel me? That bro right here. Feel me? It's like you gonna go through a lot of shit in life, but don't let none of that shit be an excuse for why you can't be successful, for why you can't put your best foot forward. For me, everybody got the same 24 hours. There's no reason that you could wake up, smoke, fuck your shorty, and go chill and scroll on the gram. And this nigga been up since 5 a.m. working. He about to be on his second shift. He doing 16-hour days. So when he back out that foreign, or when he in the mansion, or he got 6, 7, 8 rental properties, don't look like, let me borrow this or that. Bro, you gotta take advantage of the time you have. Don't play around with it, you heard? Go crazy. I'm not playing with you. Go crazy, you heard? But yeah, make sure y'all comment, subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram at Neat Cannon, you heard? Just go hard. Don't play around with it, you heard? Don't play around.